Hey everybody, so I'm going to record this video because I breached community guidelines on my first video. So since that video is no longer up, I'm going to tell you the story and I'm going to try and be a little more relaxed about it. So the interesting thing is I was at the White Company today in Buchanan Street. Now this is nothing against the White Company, nothing against the staff. Actually the staff that were serving people were incredible. They were so bubbly, so friendly, so happy. Anyway, what happened was I went in to buy some Christmas presents for some family, and to be honest, it's the second time I've ever been in the store. It's not somewhere that I've normally shopped, but because family members have asked for certain things, I was in having a look. So I'm in, beautiful store, beautifully set out, absolutely gorgeous, and as you can imagine, the day before Black Friday, it is absolutely mobbed. So as I'm navigating through the store, I'm looking for specific items and I'm kind of trying to see different variations and things like that. Anyway, as I was moving about, people around me, and they were women mostly in the store above my age, which is above 40. So it was interesting because as I was moving about, there was a lot of people, you know, as I'm stepping out the way and I'm, you know, being polite, like I'm kind of moving up, sorry, you know, kind of doing all that. I was realizing that they were just coming at me. They were walking in front of me. They were cutting me off. And I thought, okay, this is really interesting because I thought maybe one person doing it or maybe even two would be like rare, but most people doing that in the store. And there's a girl with a pram and she was so friendly. Like, she was like trying to get out the way. I'm like, no, it's absolutely fine. You know, she was so, the only person that I actually dealt with, which was nice. So anyway, this isn't hate speech. This is me just telling you my stories so that this doesn't get violated again. I don't want to lose my account. But at the end of the day, what happened was people were being very rude. There was some people just stepping in front of me, cutting me off. And it just seemed to be a kind of air of, everyone seemed particularly stuck up. And the way that I was being looked at, it was kind of like looking down, judgment, things like that. And it kind of taught me to really think in my mind after I calmed down when I made the video earlier was, isn't it interesting that we view people based upon how we think they are, how much money they have in the bank based on what they're dressed. So I'm just in a black pair of jeans with a blue hoodie and I had like a red and black lumberjack print jacket on, right? Plaid if you're in the States. And that was it. I mean, yeah, I'm not walking about dressed in Gucci or whatever, but hey ho. But neither was most of these people, but the looks that I was getting was off the scale rude. So then I had tried to lift something down which was quite high up, and a woman had very rudely kind of said, didn't look at me, she just looked as it obviously slightly dragged on the floor, and she went, that's dragging on the floor. And it was almost a bit like, okay Karen, like, okay, like it was accidental and it was momentary. Then I get to go to the queue because I'm like, I am done, I've picked up something, I'll come back for the rest or get it online because I'm not enjoying this negative experience. And then as I get to the queue, a woman kind of comes, so I just get in just before her and she's there. I came kind of towards and round and she came towards. And I was just like, oh, I says, are you joining the queue as well? And she's like, yes, and just stepped into my space. And that was it for me. I'm not a person who gets angry easy. I was then angry just at the multiple people that had this pompous attitude that they were shopping in this store. And it felt classist. It felt like I was being judged based on my appearance and them looking at me like I didn't have enough money or enough status to be shopping in this shop. Again, nothing against the company, nothing against the staff. The staff were so nice because I was listening to them talking to people and they were friendly and it was great. And someone did actually say to me like, hey, do you need some help? And I was like, I'm absolutely fine, thank you. And even though that person was on her way towards the till, she still stopped to say, am I okay? So what does it teach me? One, that there is still a massive sense of class out there, and there's a level of judgment within class, and how that class is coming into it when people assume based on your appearance in some way and I'm just in a scarf, as I said, with my jacket and that on, and my woolly hat. Like, I'm not bothering anyone. I'm just in doing shopping like everyone else, spending money in the store just like them. But it was amazing to teach me a lesson. Yeah, now that I've calmed down, but I was so angry that I was made to feel like I was less than by multiple people looking down at me, walking towards me, and like I'm stepping out the way for them, almost like they're royalty. And that was really, really upsetting. So my question to you is this appropriate in this day and age that we have people who are being judgmental based on appearance? And I know it's out there. I just think when it happens to you specifically, it can become quite upsetting. So, yeah, I've faced many Karens today. Not a nice experience.